blown. I'm always like, wait, let's get on the, boat with him and all. And that's what a number of people have said already. He calls me and he says, this is it, And then again, we've been in prayer groups, over the years. I remember with his DM, I'll go out with him, we'll go to Hilton Hotel, we'll dress everything out for the functions. And, that's one of the cases. And I see him as a big brother, and he knows this, obviously. But I think that's what, I would love to say at this point in time. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Samuel Odiodemi. I'm an IT solutions architect, and we design different things from IT, database system networks, jack of all trades in IT, and I run my IT consultancy business. I'm also involved in a project in Nigeria, property development project in Nigeria, because obviously I love Nigeria, like we all do, I'm sure. So I remember when I first joined, so I was part of the initial, I think I've been around now for about 5 years, when Biola introduced me to Pastor Falabi, and I saw the vision and I caught on with it straight away. I think it's a lofty idea, it's a fantastic idea. And one thing that I always say about this forum is actually, I just use one word, is a forum of trust. Because once you're part of this forum, you're psychologically held to a particular level of standard, and you can be rest assured that anyone you're dealing with in the MBBF, be it in America, Nigeria, or the UK, you can be sure that they would hold up to that level of standard. So, and ever since, I've never looked back. I speak to Pastor Falabi every now and again, and at times I just say, well, I don't want to do this. He's always trying to, he encourages me, he pushes me, he's a mentor as well. So oftentimes I'll just say, okay, well, no, and he will just encourage me to do certain things. So for that, I say thank you. So I'm glad to be in the network. And most importantly, I've actually met a lot of people in the process. So I think it's a great gathering. 5 years, which started, it feels like yesterday. I mean, it's mind-blowing what's possible. And I know what the future holds is even incredible. So thank you, that's me.
My name is Ibironke Adiagbo, and for my sins, I'm a chartered accountant, both qualified to practice in Nigeria and also in the UK. So that's my day job. And at night, I'm the founder and chief executive of a foundation called IA Foundation. IA Foundation clearly stands for Ibironke Adiagbo Foundation. And basically what we do is to try and reduce the number of out-of-school children, because as you know, the number is spiked recently in Nigeria because of the insecurities, and these children are our future. So somebody needs to be doing something about it to make sure all these Nigerian children come off the street and actually go into the classroom. However, I was quite impressed when Mr. Falabi Andrew invited me to be part of the MBBF. And I was also excited this evening that his lovely wife said she's into geriatric medicine. And the reason why I say that is because Pastor Falabi Andrew actually mentors my husband, and my husband is part of this forum. And he's mentoring me as well, and I'm part of this forum. But he never joined the dots. He never realized we were a couple, right? So that's why I'm saying that, I'm excited that you're into geriatric, no insults here. However, it's very interesting. The day the penny dropped, that we realized, hang on, he then texts me, I'm thinking, is this your husband? And I'm saying, yes. And I'm like, you've been dealing with both of us as two parallel lines. Did the name never occur to you that you have to say something? But that aside, when I spoke to Pastor Falabi Andrew, I'm not surprised he's a pastor. The guy changed my mindset overnight. I only spoke to him for half an hour, 30 minutes. And he changed my whole orientation, my whole perception about where I want to go with my foundation. I wanted something small. When I spoke to him, I was like, wow, I could actually take this as far as I could go. And I was really blessed that he spoke to me that day. And he said something to me that day, I'm sure he doesn't remember. He said something, he said, if you open a school, you actually close a prison door. And actually that is true. When you open a school, you close the prison door. And that's been one mantra I've been going around with, and it's enabled me actually grow the foundation. And you guys must have been hearing about the foundation. It's growing phenomenally. They keep calling me from Nigeria, your foundation is in the press, your foundation is on TV and all that. This is because this gentleman inspired me. That Ronke, you need to move from there, you need to be there. So I just want to thank you for the impact you made in my life and in the foundation, because I know it's going places. I just want to thank you, put that on record. And the Bible also says, I'm not a pastor, whoever finds a wife has found a good thing. You've got a lovely woman beside you. She's the wind beneath your wings. And wow, you blow me away with your passion for economic development in Nigeria. And I'm following in your footsteps. Thank you for inviting me.
And ever since then, each time he gets to talk to me, it's usually about 2 hours. And even if I go to him with a kind of a challenge, he turns it around.
Yes, absolutely.
It takes you to a different world, And even if you disagree with him initially, you come back and start realizing all those things. I remember when they burgled my lounge in Lagos and I wanted to take it off. He said, oh, leave them. I was like, no, I have to go to EFCC, I have to go to, the police. I went to Abakari's office, blah, blah, blah. But he said, no, leave them, they will fight themselves. And truly, few months after, few of them killed themselves, And some people actually donated money to me that, oh, sorry, we heard what happened. Then there are other businesses as well that when I run through him and run by him, and he was like, oh no, do it this way, turn it around, And I can see that the vision is there. He's a very unique person. And all I can say with the network he's been able to establish in this NBBF, there are so many potentials we are yet to tap into. Because all the seminars, all the conferences that we actually run online, and sometimes the other one when we had, was it Shegun Awolowo, the office and all these things, and I look at it that, man, these are big potentials, but obviously it's unfortunate that it's quite difficult. I'm very sure, like, good percentage of us must have ventured into going into Nigerian business market, and it's always one leg in, one leg out, and obviously we must have had our, fingers beating. But we actually just pray, because there was one time that Mr. Engineer Sulu started this engineering to partner with Nigeria on infrastructure. And I could see a lot of potentials there, but at the same time I was looking at how do we actually protect our investments, and that was one like hanging on the cliffhanger, that if we invest, we want to develop our countries, but you need to look at the other side as well. I can't be working, bringing my money to my own country, and you won't be able to get return on investment. So I think the vision he has, we just pray that God will continue to strengthen him. The connections in Nigeria are fantastic, which I know. I think I know a fraction actually. And I just pray, NBBF is a fantastic platform. I've met wonderful people, and I think we still have a lot to tap into. So that's my point. Thank you.
Hi, Sonia. First of all, I want to apologize for my inability to get here before now. I'm not saying I'm late, but yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's another way of giving something a positive spin, I I'm interested in agro-allied business, and as a matter of fact, Prince Afolabi there visited my facilities in Nigeria, and he kept pushing and encouraging me. He kept, I said, can you sell snow to Eskimos? Or, but he's a fantastic man, and it's one of the reasons to why I still, maintain the contact here. And it's always a pleasure for me. He's giving me a lot of ideas, and he's somebody that would not let you quit. He doesn't believe that. And I appreciate you, sir, and the lovely wife too. So that's it.
Thank you. The other way around. Charles Kiran, or Charles Ajayi Kiran, in terms of my full name. I run a corporate training organization in the areas of leadership and high performance strategies. So we go into companies and train their workforce and their senior executives. I also run a consulting and an executive coaching practice, and I'm what you know as an inspirational leadership speaker. So that's my work, which I was put on the earth to do, and I enjoy doing it morning, noon, and night, changing lives positively, and we work in different parts of the world. Thank you.
Executive Officer for Mobi Health International. What my company does really is deploying technology to increase access to healthcare, particularly for Nigerians, Africans, and underserved countries. So we deploy mobile clinics and cabins to rural areas, setting up within 24 hours, connecting them to global network of doctors. So we provide an end-to-end healthcare solution that includes access to doctors, medication, genuine medication, and also general care, remote care. But we do this powered by artificial intelligence-driven point-of-care testing tools. So apart from having a consultation with a doctor, you can now listen to the heart sound, you can collect the vital signs, you can do an ultrasound scan of a woman in the village by just simply connecting the device to a smartphone, and you'll be able to see them from here. So that's what we do. My company has been lucky to win quite a number of international awards, including the World Bank Sustainable Development Goal Award 2020. And also Imagine as one of the winners of the Female Tech Founders Award for the UK government. It was sponsored by the UK government, and that led to us being invited by Boris Johnson last year to the UK Africa Investment Summit. And that's just to mention a few. So we are very much passionate about making healthcare accessible to millions of people, because as we're sitting here today, every 2 minutes, sadly, a child in Africa is dying from malaria every 2 minutes. It's not an exaggeration. But telemedicine can solve more than 60% of medical problems. And we have over 90% mobile penetration in Nigeria. Nigerians currently spend over $600 million every month on airtime and data. Yet less than 5% have access to healthcare and are not covered by any form of health insurance. So this is an area that we are very passionate about changing that narrative. And I believe that meeting Prince Andrew, I was introduced to him by Mr. Charles Kira about a couple of years ago. And despite all our global exposure and a lot of goodwill, free publicity that we have gained, I mean, meeting him has really inspired me. I think when you come across him, what comes to your mind is excellence. If you look at his work, the way he positions, and every one of us have spoken really well about him. That genuineness and the passion that he has, you know, to bring you from where you are is very, what I love about him is that he's very flexible and adaptable. He's willing to come down to your level, meet you where you are, and then take you to the next level. So for this, I'm very honored to meet you, and I'm very delighted to have met your wife today. So thank you, everyone. I look forward to working with you. I've heard about many fantastic solutions that you have there, people on IT side, cybersecurity, IT solutions, financials, everything. We are central to it, because without healthcare, there's no wealth. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm an event and marketing consultant. That's what I've been doing for over 21 years. It's not about me today. If I start with it, I learned it from the best. Mr. Andrew, I can speak to you like 4 or 5 times a day. I'm part of the family. All the children, I did all their birthdays, including theirs, the wife, the husband, and everybody. But having said that, he's a good man. I fight him sometimes, don't get me wrong. But he's the calmest person. I don't understand his nature. I'm telling you, I'm not easy as a person. Seriously. I'm a little bit eccentric and I love it. I did that on purpose. The nice people die early. My father died early and was one of the nicest person I know. And most people that are really nice die. And I said to myself, I'm a very nice person. I know this. I'm too kind. I'm very emotional and unnecessary sometimes. But I fight and do some crazy thing because I'm not dying early. I have to show that there's a part of me that can be really, really crazy as well. But it's not about me today. Honestly, it's about us, all of us. We thank God that we're here together. Mr. Andy is a very strategic person. I don't know his strategy today because I tend to know all his strategy. I study him all the time. When I'm speaking to him, my son will say, "Is that Uncle Andrew? Put him on the speaker. Put him on my speaker," because those who would listen to Mr. Andrew say, this man is different. He learned it from somewhere else, especially when we're talking about money. He said, Jebu, and you're in Jebu too. I think something about Jebu. I said, no, it's Mr. Andrew. Because I've actually learned from him, but he doesn't understand that I can beat him to it as well. But he's an encourager, he adds value. And I'm saying the reason why we're here is because it's divine. He's a very spiritual person. It doesn't, even if you, mad person, one day I told you, I said, they said that person is a witch. Me, I don't have time for witches. I'll fight her before she come and attack me at night. Mr. said, no, don't fight. I said, Mr. I don't know how to deal with those kind of things. I don't like all those things. He said, there's a way. It just have this, he adds value to you. 2 minutes talk you will gain from him. Do you understand? So it's not doing it that, some people will start saying things like, oh, it must, his pocket first. It's not. He doesn't put that first. He likes his money, don't get me wrong. He loves his people. No, seriously. Who doesn't? We all love money, whether we like it or not. But Mr. Andrew, I get there before him because I'll be talking, I will be operate this one now. Hey, so I learned all that strategies are just for us. So what I'm saying to us is that this evening, the 50th anniversary means a lot. We've gathered together for a reason. First, we thank God that we're all alive to celebrate this, because the majority of us were the first year as well. And I know we're going to do more than this. 25th, 30th, the legacy will run. We will live with our children. We'll leave them with our children as well. So I really want to encourage you, as a member, if you have not been paying, please pay. These things adds value. All this quality is very particular about how things should be. It doesn't, if I say, don't worry about it, they will see it and read it, tomorrow they forget. Mr. Andrew doesn't do that. It's either I do it well or I don't do it at all. Do you understand? So really and truly, I'm like, the sort of person that wants to encourage that. If you have not paid your membership, don't look at me. Me, I don't pay because he doesn't pay me when I serve him. So it's a barter system. He will give me a bill, say you're owing 5,000, say let it get to 10. Not because I know the value, I know what I do for him. Mr. Andy can call me 2 a.m. in the morning, 3, 4, this is how we do it, yeah? I said, wow, how? I'm thinking, where is it coming from now? But Hall said, if I'm even going crazy or down or I'm not well, who do I turn to? Mr. Andrew, for prayers. Seriously. Honestly. And I really thank God for that. So that's why I don't play with him. I play, my job is play. I protect him. I'm even possessive over him. Sometimes more than his wife. I'm telling you. Which Mr. Andrew are you talking about? The way I fight him. I fight him too. You understand? But anyway, we should just thank God for this wonderful gathering. And I think every one of us should make the best of it. Thank you so much. Lovely meeting you. The only historian in town, in the whole world. Thank you.
Gentlemen, I am the new kid on the block. I am Princess Anne Eweka, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be in your midst. The room is richly packed. It's really full, and I see the connector. I see the initiator. I see a lot of collaborations. I actually want to say thank you to Prince Andrew and his wife. I call him Prince Andrew because when I introduced myself, I told him I was a princess from Benin. And he said, oh, actually, I am a prince myself. So that's why I call him Prince Andrew. I think it's probably over a month that I met Prince Andrew. Our first meeting was, I think, at 8:05. I can't remember, but somewhere in London anyway. It's been an interesting short journey. He's a lot of things that have been said, so many keywords, expanding your horizon, looking to collaborate, bringing people together. I've experienced that in the short time I've spoken to him. The first conversation we had was for about, I think, close to 2 hours, and I asked, why would you invest so much time in me? You just met me and all, and I went away blessed that day. He said I had reached out, I called and I told him why I had come. Actually, I live in Nigeria. I was born here, and up to 2018, I always wanted to come back. But 2018, something happened. I began to interface with the mining sector more formally. 1994, as a young girl, I sold gold, and I made about 200% profit. In Lagos, I just buy from Abuja, Kaduna, and take it to Lagos. I was literally buying the gold off me anyway. So after that experience selling gold, I decided that it was something I wanted to do. I liked the feel of the gold on my body and the fact that you could actually sell it when you needed money. So it was a fashionable walking investment for me. And over the years, I've actually been researching. There was a time it wasn't safe to be in the sector. It's still an unsafe sector, but I find myself drawn to the sector, and I keep on asking myself why. The potentials are the potentials are just so much, from technology to your phones. Your phones, the glass here is made from lead. There's a little bit of gold in your phone as well. To construction, you also have industrial minerals. The potentials are huge. So I'm actually here to see how I can collaborate and look for buyers of our solid minerals. Not only buyers, actually, because the state the country is in right now, we just want to be able to uptake and look for buyers. But eventually, I'm hoping, and that's my prayer, we could bring in people who want to invest jointly with the miners at community level. I'm really very interested in the doctor there who does community health care. I've listened to quite a lot of people in construction, cyber security. What I've tried to do is also use the mining sector to see how I can use it to connect other sectors of the economy. So apart from that, also I'm looking for market for agri products. I know we have some agropreneurs here, so I'm really hoping that we will be able to connect and collaborate. The whole idea is to be able to see how I can create global access. My company, not myself, I work with a team. I can create global access for our solid minerals and our agri products in such a way that encourages and brings about wealth and prosperity, not only for emerging countries, emerging economies. So the West is doing very well. They still need us. We're the last frontier. So I'm honored and I'm humbled to be in your midst. And I want to say thank you very much for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm glad that I have another Edo princess in the room. My name's Jennifer Obaseki. Some people call me Dr. Jen, some people call me DJ. One, I'm not a medical doctor. Two, my doctorate is honorable. And three, I'm a very good DJ. But I am a lawyer, and I'm a lawyer with over 20 years experience, and my practice is 17 years old in the UK. And one of the things that I'm passionate about, apart from commerce, is also social economics. My law degree was one that was combined with economics. So when it comes down to businesses reaching their best potential, market penetration, policies, I look at the legal side, I also look at the strategic side of how that's possible. Sometimes people, especially nowadays, think that just having an idea, getting a website, and really praying for the best and spending money on marketing is really a business, and it's not. And the fact is, you really have to look at your legal compliance, you really have to look at the operations, and you really have to look at where you want to be. People often look at where they are currently and don't strategically place themselves or set themselves up in a manner that takes them to where they want to be. I'm the kind of lawyer that likes to get my clients' instructions and take them from A through to Z and then show them what's possible beyond that. So I've been part of this forum for a while. I can remember Mr. Andu coming to my office and saying, look, you need to promote your practice and what you do. And I'm like, why? Who are you? Why are you here? And he's seen me through different periods in my life. When I started the company, when I was having challenges in my personal life, when I was saying to him, look, you know, I'm a single mom of 5 kids, I can't be running around doing this, but I'll support you from here. Like, no, you have to come and also speak at times. And he brought up my confidence in coming out and actually promoting my company, which I thank him for. And also, again, these 2-hour conversations, so apart from him being, what do you call it? People say after speaking to him, he changes their orientation. So he's a pastor, but he may also have hypnotic powers. Because he does the same to myself. After speaking to him, you may feel a bit low, and then all of a sudden Mr. Andrews come, change your orientation, made you feel optimistic, and boom, you're ready to propel your business to the next level. You're ready to cut off people that are wasting your time. So yes, it's been amazing being part of this forum. The other thing that Sister Kiskirin said, I can remember us fighting at the airport in Lagos. We got on the plane. And you know, again, you meet people. We were able to collaborate that day. I made sure we both boarded that plane. So he's a master networker. He adds value. That's what he said. He adds value. So whether he, not necessarily investing in your business, but investing in you, in conversation, you wouldn't even know it, that you're actually being mentored in your own way. He's introducing you to key players within your industry, both here and in Nigeria. So once again, 5th anniversary, but hopefully many, many more to go. Thank you. Introduce yourself in a way that anybody would know exactly what you do. So please do tell everybody what you do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you, Mr. Andrew, and thank you for everyone who's here today. I do one of the most important jobs, which I'd like all of you to please support me in doing so. Why? Because education in Nigeria in the 70s, in the 60s, is one of the best. You know what I mean? But today is the opposite. So therefore, I'm the CEO of London Academy Business School, and also a proprietor of the University of Entrepreneurship. Why? Because everyone in Nigeria that I know in the Ekiti State have a PhD or a professor. Every house has one. Every other house is a professor. So, and unfortunately, when I went to Ekiti, I would say it's the least developed state in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. And I believe if we are all here, as in the video, with all the experience that we have, I think we can change the narrative in Nigeria, no doubt. So the university is upcoming, and I've spoken to Mr. Andrew about it, and he is very passionate to support me. And with all the cybersecurity people here, and all the engineers, all millionaires in this room, I believe we can make that happen. So please, education is a way forward. What we say here, 60% of our population are young people, and they need the right kind of education. But not the education that we copy from Britain to paste in Nigeria. We need to localize our own education like the Chinese actually did. So please, let's put our hands together. That's what I do, and I'd love to know you more and see how we can work together in that's fair. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not describing as it was. I don't know where that's coming from. I hope you retract it. That's for the record, I just want to say
That is retracted. It's retracted. So, ladies and gentlemen, now that we've all done our introductions, dinner is served. After dinner, we will have some keynote speakers. One keynote speaker. He introduced himself as, you said Mr. and he said Prof. Please. Humble, I know, but Prof. Yeah, Prof. Captain Crowell Hamilton. So, dinner is served. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, quite honestly, I was told I have about 5 to 7 minutes to speak. And you would notice that when I introduced myself, I never said anything about Folabi. At times I don't know whether to call him Folabi or Afolabi. I don't know what's happening to say. Which one is it? Is it Folabi or Afolabi? But I will just say 1 or 2 things about him, and EMC as well. You've all said it tonight. How he mentors you, how he coaches, how he encourages. I think I'm one of those who does that too as well. And I'm not ashamed to say so. We speak. He tells me what to do. Why don't you think about it this way? And we go a long way, a very long way. Because Folabi's father and my father were friends in the 60s and the 70s. Yeah, maybe even up to the 80s, I think. My dad left, I don't even remember when my dad left. Yeah. 40s. Yes, so for a long time. And Folabi and myself also go a long way. So, Folabi, thank you for what you do. People have spoken about your tenacity, you're a visionary, you're a person of integrity. That's one thing I know. And when you believe in something, irrespective of all the odds, you go for it. And you also believe in Nigeria. In spite of what's going on in Nigeria, and we've heard about the exhibitions at the Excel Center. Even before what people are doing now, you started all of those. So you've gone a long way, and God will bless you for what you do.
The actual work itself. That's a problem we tend to have in Nigeria. I mean, from my experience, the artisans are poorly trained, and therefore the products they give are actually substandard. For example, I used to live in Manchester and Preston, and there's a road in York called Hadrian's Way. Now that road was actually built before the time of Jesus Christ. However, that road is still in operation today. That is because the road was constructed properly to the design of the time and maintained properly. Compare that to what we have in Nigeria. Build a road today, and next week there's a pothole, week after this, things have failed. It is actually cheaper. It's actually cheaper to do things properly, because you actually save money in the long term in terms of maintenance. And that, unfortunately, is not something we do in Nigeria. Nigerian British Infrastructure Group aims to improve the general, improve aims to link indigenous contractors with UK companies to actually provide capacity building opportunities for this middle cadre of professionals who actually would improve infrastructure development in Nigeria. There's a large skills gap which we think can be bridged by linking Nigerian professionals like some of us here and the UK companies to actually provide these training opportunities to Nigeria. Training things like conferences, symposium, and training workshops, some of which can even be done online, which can show Nigerian professionals how things are done abroad, and just give them encouragement and guidance on how to get to do things properly. There's also a need to collaborate with both private and public sector organizations in Nigeria and make it a requirement for certain professionals to meet certain standards before they actually are allowed to practice. For example, in the UK construction industry nowadays, everybody is required to meet a certain standard of training to ensure that they're aware of the risks and hazards which occur in the construction industry, in order to foreign organizations, exchange programs, and so on and so forth. These are the kind of things that I think Nigeria would require, and I think professionals in organizations like MBBF can actually do. So I think, in a nutshell, this is the vision I have for MDIG, which is part of the MBBF, and it's actually a Nigeria from Folabi. Michael got plenty of ideas running around his head, and I do think these are kind of initiatives that are required to move the country forward, to improve our infrastructure, improve our ability to generate foreign exchange, and to generally reduce the level of unemployment, which will probably come along with reduction in the amount of crime in the country. These are the kind of things I think we need to do, and thank you very much.
So thank you very much for that commendation. I want to tell you a little story because I'm sure some of you will be thinking, okay, yes, we get that, but what's your business with education? It's very interesting. When I was growing up and I told my father I wanted to study accountancy, my father said, what? Because there are three of us, I'm the only girl. I've got an older brother, a younger brother. My dad said, no, accountancy is not for women, it's too tough, in those days. Let one of your brothers study accountancy. You can go and do something like economics or whatever that's simpler, because at the end of the day, he's all going to end up in the kitchen. You understand? So I said to my dad, I said, no, I want to do accountancy. My dad said, I'm not going to pay your school fees. I said, don't do accountancy. I said, Dad, I want to do accountancy. So eventually I studied accountancy. And then what I did to my dad is, after you've done your degree, you have to do professional qualification. Just to prove to him that what a man can do, a woman can do. I didn't just get one accountancy qualification. I got 3 accountancy qualifications. So I flew back to Nigeria purposely and went to him and gave him those 3 certificates. Dad, this is for you. Right? So the point I'm trying to make is that with education, you can empower people, especially the girl child.
Because there is more. Met her once or twice, and can only best imagine what she's going through right now. Her mom is effectively her biggest star. She loves her mom to bits. So please let me just request of you all, if you do have a telephone number, give her a call. It's going to be a very trying period for her. So let's just encourage her. I didn't really plan to say much this evening, but I sense that it will be an act of injustice if I don't first express total gratitude to Almighty God for his faithfulness and his abounding grace. I remember just approximately this time 5 years ago. It was at the Hilton in Shepherd's Bush, where we had that major launch. And I said that evening, but I don't think I'm going to be able to see through the vision if I didn't get the support of all that were there on the evening. I am once again thankful that right here this evening, good number of those who are there on that evening are here. They stood by me through the thick and the thin. Times I will harass some of them, and they will still oblige. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot has been said this evening. In fact, you have literally captured the whole essence of what the vision is. There is a scripture that I'd like to just share with us very quickly. It's taken from the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2. And what it says, most interestingly, is an application in modern management. It says, write down the vision. Write down the vision and make it plain so that those who will see it, read it, can run with it. If you have a vision and it's not well interpreted, it becomes an albatross of sort, because nobody is going to be able to leave that vision. The vision has been shared. The vision is very much alive. And the vision has become proactive. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's NBBF after the F. NBBF. Thank you so much. Gentlemen.
We'll leave it for the men.
Yeah, gentlemen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll try.
Okay. NBBF. Wonderful. Wonderful. So please wait for your piece of cake. We're going to cut.
Wow, what a fabulous evening tonight has been. We have just celebrated the 5 years of the Nigerian British Business Forum. It was an absolute amazing evening. It was great to hear from the Vice President and some of the keynote speakers. The cake was fabulous, I had some. And also to really meet and interact with a lot of the members from the forum. I really look forward to celebrating many more years with this forum. I want to urge everybody, if you have any interest in the Nigerian Business Forum, please go to the website and check it out, see what great work we're doing, see how you can get involved and how you can become a member. My name is Asia E. Jones and I'm reporting for First View TV. Good night.